Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of, I'm pretty sure this theme from my coffee is going into the lens. We're gonna move that real quick. Anyway, what I was saying is I do all kinds of lifestyle videos. I do a lot of vlogs, talk about motherhood, that kind of stuff, but I also talk about our budget at least twice a month. So I wanted to show you guys that and how that's going to be for November. So I'm going to show you what I so far think our budget's going to look like in November. I might make some changes while I'm going through this, but I'll take you through it and we can see what November is looking like for us. We have a fairly substantial income. We're in a good spot right now where we have a good income, but our expenses are really high. And you'll see there's definitely some places where we could make some changes, but in general, it's kind of just where we're at right now. Our expenses aren't too high that we can't live, but I wish that they would go down a little bit. However, we're going into the holiday season, Black Friday in November. Probably will want to buy some stuff for Ivy. December is not only Christmas, it's my sister's birthday and it is Ivy's first birthday at the end of the month. I want to save some money for that. I threw out most of my Christmas decorations when we moved because they were all so old and just like not my style anymore. I'm gonna need to be purchasing some of that stuff, but Ivy's on her nap per usual. There's a lot of work going on in the neighborhood, so she might wake up fairly easily, so I should jump into this really quick. I'm gonna start screen recording and let's look at my November budget. Okay. So as you can see, I always black out our income, although you can see like overall how much our income is. My husband has a fairly steady paycheck. He sometimes gets other payments from a business he used to be a part of. He also gets occasional like payouts from something with his company, and then occasionally if he like does some personal training work for people, he'll get money that way too. So his income can be a little bit variable. Mine's very variable because I am a freelancer. I currently only work with one client though, so I pretty much know how much I'll make a month, but sometimes that changes. In fact, I'm filming this October 18th and I don't even know how many invoices I'll have in November, so I might actually be budgeting a little bit high. I'm not really sure, but we're just gonna go with this right now. So looks like our income without any rollover or anything will be about $9,400 this month, which is amazing. I'm very grateful for that. If you've watched my channel for a really long time, having almost $10,000 a month is like incredible. So very grateful for that, especially because our rent is $2,500 a month. We do have to pay renter's insurance this month. It's an August, November, February payment. I just woke up. Ooh. And then all these other fixed expenses are fixed, so they tend to stay the same. We have quite a few TV subscriptions right now. I would like to get that to go down at some point. And then I think I might actually get rid of this too. Let's put that in my thing, just because I need to like be focusing on my diet. Get rid of macro foods. I don't think I can eat a lot of her recipes. I'll delete this for now. Phones, and then these are my business expenses, just like separated out. I have a couple of expenses that come out specifically for my business because I bring in my entire paycheck currently. October, this month, is the first month that all of our debt is back, all of our student loans. We have about $100,000 of debt between personal loans and student loans and car loan. So I think our student loan debt is like $60-some thousand. So anyway, back to paying all of that. So we have about $1,000 a month that we pay. Moving on to variable expenses, this is where things change a little bit. So for groceries, I put $800, Costco I put $300. We spend a lot on food. I'll link the video that explains why, because I get a lot of questions as to why we spend so much on food, and that's something that we prioritize. I actually knocked down our restaurants and coffee shops to $100. We'll see how that goes because I've really struggled with eating out this month. But like I said, I need to start following a little bit, not like a strict diet, but just a little bit more focused of a diet to like pay attention to some gut issues that I've been having, some stomach issues I've been having basically through pregnancy and postpartum. I think that restaurants will kind of be cut pretty low, so I'm hoping that we can stick to $100. We'll see how that goes. Medications, supplements, I put 200, 700 for household. This is a constant unknown because a lot of this is like Ivy's stuff. So like her formula, random stuff we buy from Target, that kind of stuff. Beauty and haircuts, I put 150. That's for me to get my nails done once a month and Ben to get his haircut. We don't always use all of that. Sometimes we use half of that. I just budget that right now. I don't even know that we'll actually use all of that. Personal spending, I put $100. Doctors, I put 500. I don't know. We're trying to cut down on some of our doctors. So I'll be going to acupuncture probably 4 times. Maybe not, but we'll just say 4 times. So that's $100. We'll have couples therapy, which will be $50. Ben has his therapy, which is $100. So that's $250. I don't know how much his other therapy is because they haven't been charging us. So I'm just waiting for a huge bill to come from that. So I'm just gonna keep the $500 there for that right now. Ivy doesn't have an appointment in November, so we're good on hers. Utilities, 250, car, 150. We haven't even been using that because we haven't been going anywhere. I'm not sure if Ben will be able to go anywhere still in November. So if not, I don't know that we'll be like going anywhere for Thanksgiving or anything like that, but I'm just keeping it at 150 even though we're not really using it. Cora and Finn, our dogs, I have at 250, and then miscellaneous buffer I have at 100, so that's $3,600 of variable spending. Moving on to here, I put $200 in here for Black Friday in case there's stuff that we need. I also put $800 for savings. The reason I have these in pink is because they're not necessary. I don't need to spend money on Black Friday, and we don't need to put money in savings. I would prefer to put money in savings every month, but again, going into the holidays, I really want to be able to create like a Christmas and birthday wonderland for Ivy. That's something I've always loved and cared about. I actually love giving gifts. I love getting gifts. I think that that's okay. And I want to be able to do that for her. I don't want to go like out of control, but I also don't want to hold myself back. When we don't need to, we can take a little break from saving if we need to. So that's why I have these in pink, because I could not save any money next month. I could save more, I could save less. The other reason I have that is because we really only have $83 that's not budgeted for, and we do tend to go over on some of this stuff. And again, like, we're backlogged on some of Ben's doctor bills that we haven't gotten yet, so I don't really know when those are gonna come through. I highly doubt we'll be putting $800 into savings next month unless some additional income or something like that comes through. And then taxes, I save 20 to 30% depending on my paycheck each month to savings, so that when we get hit with taxes at the beginning of next year, we have some money put aside for that, so that we don't have to like pull it out of our normal savings. So that means I'll be spending about $1,630 in miscellaneous next month, but I don't know that that will be happening. I might do a video, I'm not sure, about Black Friday. I know that I really want like to get new bedding for us. We need new bedding on our bed. Ours is just like so ratty and old, and it's not warm enough for here either. It's just like this tiny little quilt. So I would like to get new bedding. We have to figure out like Christmas stuff. Like I said, I threw out pretty much all of our decorations, especially like our tree I threw out because it was broken and I had had it for like 12 years. And by threw out, I mean I donated them. So I don't have any of that kind of stuff, and I really love Christmas, and we have a fairly small space, so I can't do too much decoration. I do want to have some money left over to have like a pretty tree and things like that. We already bought some lights for the outside of the house, so I'm excited about that. And then if there's anything that I want to buy for Ivy, we already bought her a car seat on Prime deal days or Amazon Prime Day or something like that, so we don't need that. I'm sure there's other stuff we'll need. My mother-in-law actually just bought her some snowsuits, so she won't need that. So I'm not really sure what else we'll need, but we'll see what that looks like at the end of November, and I'll let you guys know what we actually ended up getting. That is what our budget is currently looking like for November. Again, these things change. I always do a budget recap that you'll see once the month is over and I've closed out our budget, and you can actually see like what we spent, where we went over, where we stayed in budget. That's always an interesting video to watch. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this was helpful. I know a lot of you like to budget and like to watch how other people spend their money. I think that's interesting too. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.